Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Maku.
Hello guys, it's Kobayashi, and today we're going to do a new anime review.
Yep, we're going to be talking about Mob Psycho episode 1, so I hope you guys are excited as we are, because Mob Psycho is extremely well written. So you want to start it off with us, episode 1. It was actually quite funny.
We get to see Mob, and he's like trying to figure out what he's trying to do in life.
Yeah, so I believe the teacher asked like the entire class, what do you want to be in the future? And he was kind of confused and not really understanding what he wants to be in the future. And later on, he just was pondering that the entire day, and then he went to, I believe it was either his house or he went to Reagan. I don't know which one came first. You remember?
Yeah, so no, first he actually asked like the members of his club, the Body Improvement Club, and they were just giving him...
Yeah, like one of them said he was a farmer, and...
Yeah. The other wanted to become a manga...
one that was benching, wanted to do the manga, want to be a mangaka. And I believe what was it? I believe actually one of them wanted to be a veterinarian.
Oh yeah, no, and then while he was asking the others, it showed all their test scores and their rankings throughout their grade. And then all of them were really low. They were like out of 350, they were all ranging around 300 to 350. And then the one who wanted to become the veterinarian, he was actually ranked second in his grade.
I know, it's just crazy. I saw that too. I was like, what? I thought he was just a meathead like everyone else.
Yeah, but he was ranked second. And then while he's talking to his club members, one of the other girls, a UFO girl, she overheard Mob's crush, and she wants to attend like a top 3 high school, I believe.
Yeah.
And then she ranked 4th in the grade. Mm-hmm. And then I believe Mob, he ranked not too high, but not too low, like average, like 190.
I think it was actually 190, maybe in the 150s.
Yeah,
around
like,
that area.
Just like average, you know.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Mob. He's asking advice to Reagan.
Yeah, he could. Like I said, I'm not sure if it goes to Reagan first, or his parents. But either way, he does talk to Reagan, and he says, "Oh, I'm trying to figure out what I want to be in the future." And Reagan, funnily enough, he just says, "Oh, just work here. Shouldn't be too hard." And Ma was like, "No, this is a part-time job."
Yeah.
He like specified it, and that's where my boy cuts in. He's a new employee. You guys might remember from last season. What was his name again?
I believe his name was Serizawa.
Yeah, he's another psychic, just like Mob. And then it cuts to a scene where they're performing an exorcism for like some sort of like tiki or some doll.
Yeah, it was some like doll type thing. And then the guy said he just feels this bad spirit around it.
Yeah.
And then Reagan looks around. He sees there's like a $500 yen, or not $500 yen. It was like a 500 yen they cost. And then he asked the customer, he's like, "How much did you bought this?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I got it for 80,000 yen." And then Reagan just gave this shocked face. Everyone else looked so shocked too, because 80,000 yen.
Yeah,
it's quite a lot.
Yeah, I know, he got finessed.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny. But another thing that was funny is that Reagan just ended up saying, "Oh, I mean, I think it's fine." But the new employee, he said, "Oh no." Or not the new employee.
It was Mob, yeah.
Yeah, Mob said, my bad. Mob said, "Oh no, you don't sense the spirit?" And and Reagan, obviously he doesn't like sense anything, but he didn't tell him. He just said, "Oh, I was just testing the new guy to see if he would tell me anything." And obviously he just put the blame on him and told him to exercise it.
Yeah.
For his punishment, per se.
And then the new guy does exercise it. And then he successfully exercises it, but then he breaks a little piece of the doll. And then Reagan, with his new move that he created, he did his special attack.
Yeah, with rice.
With
3
rice.
grains of rice was all it took just to fix it back together again.
And then that goes for that scene. And then I believe it does move on to his house. And then Mob asks his parents and his brother, his dad.
Well, I believe it was actually his parents asked him, "Mob, are you okay? You're not really eating that well." And Mom was like, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling very well," or like, just kind of like wanted to get out of the situation. But they figured it out really quickly, and they said, "Okay, what's really wrong?" He said, "Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I want to be in my life." And then his dad, comically enough, he just said, oh, just write down a business work until you figure out what you want to be.
No, his dad just told him, oh yeah, just be an office worker.
Yeah.
And then his brother's like, oh, you should just kind of use your power, so be a magician.
Yeah. And his mom was just like, wow, you guys are so simplistic.
Yeah.
And then it cuts into Mob in his room. He's still contemplating about what he wants to be in his life. And the booger, that's what I call him. I believe they call him Dimple.
Yeah, the dimple. Yeah.
It cuts to him talking to Mob, trying to figure out what he wants to be in his life. And then Mob actually asked him, oh, what do you want to be in your life? And Dimple's like, that's kind of shallow of you. I'm a villain. I'm an evil spirit. What do you think I'm gonna be in my life? But then Mob was just like, yeah, I guess you're right. And it just causes the booger to contemplate on what he wants to be too.
And then moving on, it goes to the next day. Mob's on top of the school roof, and then he bumps into the photography girl.
Yeah, I find her annoying. I'm pretty sure that's her character. I've already told Kobayashi this, but I find her really annoying.
But yeah, she's just questioning him. She's like, oh, are you probably thinking about that giant broccoli down there? That divine tree?
Yeah, the one that you created, just
Yeah.
trying to really instigate him saying anything. And he was like, oh no, actually I'm just thinking what I want to be in my future. And she kind of just like felt it, like, she just said like, really bro? And that's pretty much what she said.
And then it moves on to a new exorcism job. It goes to like this like low life guy.
Yeah, this like scum, really.
After that scene, it moves on to this new exorcism job, and it's like,
Some sort of like
yeah, so like
just
low life, essentially. And then it is actually evil spirits that were there, but he was the one who was conjuring them.
yeah, because of his like pig-like behavior.
Yeah, and his negativity, and it just like speaked it into fruition.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, if you were to see the scene, it was just really disgusting. He had bags over his eyes, a smoker, bald head.
Bald head, no wife, no job, garbage all over the house.
They tried to clean the garbage, but he said, no, this is my safe space. That's my
Yeah,
barriers.
and then Reagan, he actually hates roaches,
Yeah.
like what most people do.
Yeah, I would assume that most people hate roaches, but he's more afraid of roaches than
Yeah.
anything. And Reagan leaves to say, okay, I'm gonna get this heavy duty exorcism, which is really just cleaning supplies. That's what he's gonna get. But it ends up the evil spirit ends up just hovering over the
entire like neighborhood.
yeah, exactly. And Reagan just told Mob and the other guy, oh, don't you guys see that? And then he ended up saying, hurry up, exercise it. So they ended up exercising it.
And then they just like blow a big hole in the roof. But they did exercise it. The guy became like
Really jolly.
Yeah.
Like he was really happy at that point. He was like, oh, thank you. And then he just like picked up a rack of manga and just went it back inside.
yeah. That's pretty much the end of the episode. But there's one last part too. If you guys do remember, there's this new cult, or not a new cult. There's a cult in the Mob Psycho universe, and then it's all right. The cult's name is called the Psycho Helmet Cult.
That's kind of jokes.
Yeah. It shows the Dimple. He's just floating around, and it looks like, to me, in my opinion, he's gonna take over this cult and plan something big.
Would imagine. In any case, this was episode 1. It wasn't a very plot heavy one, but it is quite fun to watch Mob Psycho.
It was a great intro for this episode. It sets up a lot of things, and we shall see in the future.
And as always, guys, as we say with this, if you guys got any anime you would like us to start or talk about, please let us know in the comments down below. And as always, my name is Maku,
It's Kobayashi.
and thank you once again.